Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm gonna give you 5 great affordable fragrances, but niche. All right, so these are all gonna be summer fragrances. And when it comes to niche, generally you're thinking that something that's outside your price budget, right? Like that's out of your reach. These fragrances are not gonna cost you more than $150 Canadian. When you convert that, that's like 120, 125 USD. So you don't need to spend a lot of money in order to smell good if you're looking to get into niche. Now the last one is bordering 150 and it's gonna be like a 50 ml. If you get like the 100 ml, you're gonna spend about $180, $188 USD, right? But the first 3 fragrances, spoiler alert, are gonna be from Acqua di Parma. This brand is just fantastic if you're looking to get into niche. If you're always into designer but you want to step out into something different, Acqua di Parma is the best niche brand in my opinion. First one, however, will be Acqua di Parma, but Chinotto di Liguria. This is a 30 ml and I wish that I got like an actual bottle because I wasn't sure how this was gonna smell, right? But this only cost me like $35 Canadian. This is the most affordable fragrance in this list. For a 75 ml, you're looking to spend about 90 bucks Canadian. Like the first 3 fragrances, as I stated, are all Acqua di Parmas, but they're all less than $110 Canadian. That's less than $100 USD. So with this one here, it has beautiful Chinotto. It's got mandarin orange. Like the Chinotto in this is what adds it very different, all right? This is like by far my favorite Acqua di Parma fragrance. It's just so fresh, so unique though. So this one here also has cardamom to add a little bit of warm spicy nuance. It's got jasmine, it's got musk, it's got some vetiver or some sandalwood, but also geranium. So the geranium in this adds a little bit more of a classical feel. The Chinotto in this is just different. That is what it's gonna grab your attention. The Chinotto and the white florals along with some geranium. Now the white florals in this does add that feminine touch. All right, this is a unisex and all fragrances in this list are unisex. That Chinotto just really does pop. The jasmine does add that white florals. I'm gonna spray it once again because it's just so damn good. Just adds that gentleman quality to it. So clean, fresh. This is very casual. All of these are pretty much just casual kind of fragrances, but you can wear it with a suit and tie if you work in like in an office. But yeah, oh, this one here is just fantastic. Longevity is going to be about 6 to 8 hours. Fragrance number 2 is going to be a very green fragrance, but it's so damn good. Oh my god, this stuff is delicious. It's going to be Acqua di Parma's Fico di Amalfi. Now, if you like fig, this is one that you're going to have to get your nose on if you haven't. Now this has fig nectar, but also fig tree. It's got citron, lemon, or maybe some yuzu. It's either citron or yuzu, but it's probably citron, but definitely other citruses. It's got cedar, jasmine, and I believe maybe some, like another white floral. What this is a delicious, juicy green fig. All right, some white florals, definitely the citrus, and the base is gonna be like an earthy vetiver or woods. Just phenomenal. This is one of the more popular ones from this line itself because like you do have the blue Mediterranean line, which is going to be like your spring and summer line. You have like a green line which comes maybe a little bit more classical. Bottles that are just going to be black themselves, they're going to be definitely heavier as well. This stuff here is just phenomenal. This is a gentleman's fragrance. It's casual, but at the same time you could wear this within a suit and tie for work, and even I think that this could be a little bit semi-formal as well. There is a touch of class and a touch of not sophistication, elegance is the word that I should have used right there. But if you are getting married and it's like an outdoor wedding, this is a great wedding fragrance. Longevity of this is going to be about 6 to 7 hours. Fragrance number 3 is going to be the last Acqua di Parma fragrance, but this one here is a citrus bomb. If you love citrus fragrances and you're looking to get into niche, look into Arancia or Arancia di Capri. This stuff is just a massive citrus bomb. It has a very unusual caramel note which adds a little bit of sweetness, but it's got like 4 or 5 different citruses. Is that like bergamot, lemon, grapefruit. either citron or yuzu, so one of those different unusual ones. But it also has, I think, a little bit of cardamom as well, and also petitgrain. There is definitely that petitgrain in this. This is just very bright, uplifting, zesty. This adds a pep to your step. This is going to be the more casual one of the first 3 Acqua di Parma fragrances in this list, and I would say probably like the most casual one in this video. But this is a great white t-shirt and jeans type of fragrance, and it's also a good office fragrance. So if you have to wear a suit and tie, or if you have to dress up, I should say, even if it's a suit and tie for work, this will go very nicely. It's very clean, inoffensive, it's fresh, you know, but that caramel adds a little bit of a unusual take to it. It's not all like, it is sweet, but it's not gonna be like cloying sweet. If you don't pay attention, you're not really gonna catch the caramel. But this one here is gonna be about 5 to 6 hours. Fragrance number 4, unfortunately, this brand just doesn't get a lot of love in our community. They produce some really good fragrances for an economic price, just like Acqua di Parma, but I'm gonna have to state it. Acqua di Parma just does better blended fragrances. But this brand does really good fragrances at an affordable price tag, I should say. Retail, no, you are definitely overspending, but for like online, like FragranceNet, FragranceBuy.ca, you can get these for a really good price. Atkinson's Mint and Tonic. This one is very citrusy, very bright, very green. This one here has got like ginger, mint. It's got different citruses, musk, vetiver, cedar, and maybe a little bit of white florals. It's not white florals, it's actually geranium. I just looked at the notes, but this just is clean, fresh, green. It has a little bit of a soapy quality as well. Like on my skin it does. But it definitely does dry down to like a musky, earthy base. This does smell a little bit classical in some ways because of that geranium note, you know, but it's so well blended. And for like 110 bucks Canadian, you know, like that's less than $100 USD for this very sized bottle, which is like a 100 ml. But this will do very well, just casually, but also it can go with a suit and tie for work. I just find that this is great for like a golf shirt, like something a little bit better than this that I'm wearing, but also like a nice button up with some khaki shorts and loafers, and this will go very well with that. Longevity is gonna be about 5 to 6 hours. And fragrance number 5, this is gonna be the most expensive one just because of the brand itself, all right? It's a brand that I love, doesn't get a lot of love in this community. Bond number 9, I'm just gonna state it, but you can get a 50 ml for about $150 Canadian. It's bordering anywhere from like 145 to like 152 Canadian. Convert that, that's like 115 to like 125 USD, all right? But that's gonna be Bond number 9's Shelter Island. This stuff just doesn't get a lot of mention, and this is unique. It's gonna be more unique than the other ones in this list because it has a seaweed accord. So it has that salty green tinge to it. It also has oud, but the oud in this is not overly oudy. I don't like oud at all unless it's like a little bit more mainstream, which this one is. But there's also musk, lemon, amber, and I believe some sandalwood as well. So this is just a fresh, citrusy, green, salty, woody fragrance with also, I think it's white lily or some sort of like white floral. The white floral is not like overly, it's not prominent, but it is there. It does add a little bit more of a feminine touch, and this is a unisex fragrance. And because of that floral note, it does add that unisex feel. If it wasn't there, this would definitely be a lot more masculine just because of the seaweed, the citruses, and like there's a lot of citruses in women's perfumery. I get that. But the oud itself, not overly oudy, but it's there, the woods, and so on, right? This stuff, just really underrated. It does add, this is a great holiday scent. It's more casual than anything. Like for me, these two fragrances alone are the most casual, but this would go more with a suit and tie than this fragrance here. This is just a great weekend fragrance, but if your style is just casual, if you work from home, you know, then yeah, just rock it. But you know what? Again, rock what you want. Rock it whenever how you're feeling. Rock it with what you want to wear, right? But I'm just saying, it just leans more casual than anything. Longevity is going to be about 7 to 8 hours. And everybody, that is 5 affordable niche fragrances for the summer of 2022. Again, you don't need to spend a lot of money when it comes to niche, all right? There's some very affordable niche fragrances, and there are others out there. Again, if you want to look into niche, I advise you to look into Acqua di Parma, but also Atkins. They got some pretty solid fragrances. They don't have a lot of summer offerings, I gotta admit, but Acqua di Parma, the Blue Mediterranean line, this line here, they have some sensational fragrances for like under 120 bucks Canadian. Like, this is gonna be the cheapest one. And for a bottle like this, a 50 ml, is gonna cost you about $60, $70 Canadian. That's like 55 bucks USD. You can't go wrong. And in my opinion, the Chinotto is definitely the best. So guys, if you like this very video, leave me one of these. Any reviews that I've done on these, they will all be down in the description box below. Because this is a niche video, if you want to see other niche fragrances, they might be summer, spring, or whatever, check out this side here. And I thank you for your time, take care, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everyone.